So today didn't go great. I don't know, like, I know my problem is that I keep looking at the forward sonar when I need to stop. Like, if I'm gonna scope, I need to scope, but that's not what I was trying to do today, and I end up distracting myself, you know? I need to get better at finding fish without it, right? Or maybe not even finding fish. I need to get better at, like, going to where I know fish will be at and casting, because I'm not going to see them when they're hugging the bottom on the looker. This specific forward sonar has a super tight band, so, you know, there could be one 5 feet to the left or right and I wouldn't know, but if I cast, it probably would see something moving on the bottom or swimming through whatever, and, you know, come up and at least look at it. So yeah, like, I just need to get better at casting more, spending more time in the water. And I think that this video will just kind of like show that, right? Like, it starts off, right? I start throwing a fluke, right? I'm pretty sure that's what I was doing. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I ended up throwing a fluke a majority of this morning, and I got a lot of bites. Now, I was throwing a big fluke, right? And I kind of knew that this would happen, where I wouldn't catch a lot of fish because it was so big. It was that Magnum Zoom fluke, and it's exactly what happened. And then I went and threw on a smaller one, immediately caught one not 10 minutes after, and then I started messing with the looker. I started looking on the forward sonar. I started tying on a million different things, and I need to stop doing that. Like, it ends up messing me up more than anything. And yeah, like, it's costing me time fishing. Like, I only get so many days to fish, right? And I'm wasting them just playing Boy Scout tying knots. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is take the forward sonar off of my kayak, and I'm gonna do that until I can consistently catch fish without it, because I think it helped a lot with me understanding, like, how fish behave, how they're gonna act. I mean, I can sit there and work one, and I did that at one point. You know, you can sit there and shake that minnow and work it to the boat and back, but when it comes down to it, you end up just spending so much time doing that you're not fishing as much as you normally would be. And obviously there's people who think that it's cheating, bad for the ecosystem, whatever argument. I'm not gonna get into that, but I know for me personally, it just wastes so much of my time. Now, it's definitely a great tool to have, and especially when they're chasing bait, it's the best way to catch them. But, like, right now, when they're setting up to spawn and they're not really chasing bait, and I mean, some of them are kind of like cruising around the banks, some of them are tight to the bottom, but none of them, well, I can't say none of them, most of them aren't in a good, you know, in a good setup to be trying to scope for them. And I just want to get better. I want to spend my time being more productive fishing. I want to hit more spots. I want to, you know, waste less time. And I mean, it just shows, like, even like how I had to end today. It threw on a creature bait, dragged it through a ditch, and caught a fish, like I should have been doing all day long. There's a million ditches. There's one over there. There's one over there. There's not really one over there. Well, no, there's not really one over there. But there's one around that corner too. And I bet you, if I went and casted, you know, my bait, dragged it through the bottom of those ditches for, I don't know, the next 10 minutes, and just hit all those spots, cast 3, 4, 5 times, and then move on, probably would have catch 2, 3 fish, which is more than I caught today. I caught 2 because I was wasting my time. So yeah, kind of a rant. Didn't really expect this video to turn into this, but I'm getting kind of sick and tired of the bad habits that I've developed, and I think I think I will end up posting this just to sort of hold myself accountable. I know it's a long ramble. It'll probably get, you know, edited and cut up to whatever. But I think the whole point is just to say I'm tired of forward-facing sonar. I mean, obviously it makes fishing easier when the fish are doing, you know, things out in the middle of the channels and stuff, and it helps you confirm that fish are there. But 2D sonar does that too. You just drive over it and you know, or you cast up in there and you know. And I need to be doing that more. So I think I'm gonna take off the forward facing, and yeah, that's it. It's time that I just, you know, work on improving fishing without it, because yeah, I think I'd catch a lot more fish. I think especially for places like here where I know it really well, I could catch a lot of fish even without any sonar. But depending on what I do in my next video, I might go to, you know, a big deep lake to try to catch big bass, or I might come back here just to try to prove a point, because the weather's going to be similar tomorrow, so I should have the same chance of catching fish. I don't know. I just know, like, I ended up, like, in my even in my last video that I was going to make but never released because I only caught one fish, I spent too much time on my looker and throwing weird stuff. Like, I was dragging a drop shot off of points. I was doing weird stuff when I should have been, I should have probably been throwing crankbait or chatterbait or maybe a Texas rig. I don't know. That's besides the point. I knew what I should have been doing and I wasn't doing it. And then at the very end of the day, right before I left, I was like, all right, I'm only going to use my map. And lo and behold, not 5 minutes after I do that and start throwing where fish should be at, and lo and behold, I catch a fish. And I mean, it was a little translucent, kind of slimy looking, but a fish is a fish. I'm not here to complain about that. I'm just here to, you know, rant and rave about how literally the last 3 fish that I caught were the 2 today and that one. None of them were using forward-facing sonar. And every time that I did use forward-facing sonar, I distracted myself and didn't catch anything. So I need to stop. It needs to stop. I've rambled on long enough. I'm gonna let you guys go. Hopefully, I don't know if this might resonate with people. I don't know if, I'm sure there will be those comments of, you know, stop using forward-facing sonar. And you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe I could be better because of it. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna like get rid of it. It's too valuable a tool. But I think the point where I'm at, you know, in my, what do we want to call this, like skill progression, whatever, of learning to bass fish, where I'm at learning to bass fish, it is at this point making things harder for me. I'm doing worse because I mean, I've gotten really good at shaking a minnow and pulling them in that way when I am just scoping for fish. And if that's all I did today, I'm sure I would have caught a bunch of fish, because I mean, I've gotten good at it. But that's just not, I want to know more ways to fish than just that one technique, right? Like, if I really want to be better, I'm going to need to learn multiple different techniques to improve, and that's really just where it's at. But I'm about to be at the boat ramp. Sorry I couldn't make this like a full video, or maybe I did just from this rant alone, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you want to watch me kind of go through this journey of dropping forward-facing sonar, I'm gonna try to commit myself to at least the next 5 videos not using it. Yeah, I think that's fair. If you want to watch me commit to it, follow along. Yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, those who did, and I completely understand to those people who aren't seeing this part and have tuned out. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully being a little bit more productive.